Hello, good morning. Today I went back to the old mud puddle, which is going through a kind of evolution again. The larger ciliates have, virtually vanished, and those that are still there are fairly small and they move very quickly, so it's very hard to photograph them. So I had a bit of a discouraging morning trying to get pictures of large ciliates. But what I do is I close the iris of the condenser down all the way down and turn up the contrast and the brightness of the image up, and I can see, as I say, the whole life soup, which is quite rich. There's a lot of movement in it, and those creatures that are the organisms that you see are extremely small. Some of them must be around 1/1000th of a millimeter in size, and they make rather dances, strange movements. There's just a lot of them, and although it's not as dramatic as the large ciliates, they certainly have a place. The first part of the video is images taken that way, and you could see the density of these tiny organisms, and plus there's cyanobacteria, and there were even a couple of amoebas in it. But what I wanted to do is give the sense of reality to these things, even though I give a sense of reality by generating an illusion. What I do is I open the aperture of this condenser all the way up again. I open and I turn the light back up again, and I have a system where I use fiber optics to sort of bias the light coming through the light source so that it comes from the side, and it gives the subjects a bit of like a three-dimensional quality with shadows. And when I open the aperture on the condenser up, the depth of field it gets very, very small, so that it looks like the water level, the water in the slide at the level that it's focused at is a solid surface, and anything that's below that disappears. If something goes a little bit below the surface, it looks like it's disappeared, and anything that is anything large just below the surface looks like a hill. So it's kind of a dramatic image, but the very smallest organisms take on a life of their own, and of course they interact with the cyanobacteria and the diatoms, which are there are plenty of diatoms. It's kind of neat, and I think you sort of get a sense of the dance that is put on by these really incredibly small organisms. They certainly there's a whole bunch of things going on that are alive, but they're so tiny, even with my humble microscope. They can't be seen very well. They're very small, but this gives them a shape. Take a look.